Mary, girl, what are you doing? What do you mean, what am I doing? I'm lonesome. I'm visiting with you. It's a surprise for me too, because I have no clue. I've just sat down to make a video. Chat rate. Terry Sue, I'm here, sitting here playing solitaire on my laptop. Well, visiting with me is better than solitaire, don't you think? Who said, Connie, this is Connie's first live. Well, honey, you are in for a treat because this is so much fun. We already have 16 people on. I'm so excited. Joshua, I don't know who you are. Have you? Oh, you are subscribed? I'm glad you subscribed, Joshua did. Oh, I remember you, Joshua. Thank you for coming. I'm so glad you came. It's kind of a nice day in Maine. Paula was wondering if it was a nice day in Maine, and it started out that way, but it's kind of cloudy right now. So it is what it is, but I did accomplish something. I'm working on all this decluttering, you know. Terry Sue's getting her daily radiation. Mary was doing her daily church readings. Mary, I don't want to interrupt that at all. I was trying to aim for 3 o'clock. Hi, Carol. Oh my goodness, this is so much fun. I'm going to text one of my friends, Gay, who sometimes watches. She doesn't watch it as much as you guys do because she can't figure out how to text. So if I tell her that I'm on a live, she might not be able to figure it out and I won't be able to help her. But anyway, I don't want to. Hey, Debbie Sue, Terry Sue, and from Scotland, all the way from Scotland you're here? How awesome is that? Mary, where are you going? Don't worry, I'll go back to it later. Oh, okay. I forgot that you were praying and then all of a sudden you said you'll go back to it. Yeah, you have to because we're turning over a new leaf. We're reading some of us are reading the Bible. I'm reading the Bible. I'm going to Mass every day, just on TV. I'm feeling it out. But I'm really quite pleased with myself. I told you that reading the Bible, I can't put it down sometimes. I don't think I even welcomed you folks to Senior Insights with my cup of coffee. Hi, Marcia from Kansas Misfits. My dear friend, Marcia. I know who you are now, Joshua, and I'm so glad that you came, and I'm so glad you joined our channel. Give hugs to Debbie Sue because she gives hugs back. Terry Sue's buying some cherries in the snow. Wait until you wait until you discover what I'm going to do. I have some gimmicks for you. You know how I talk about having hooks, needing hooks? I have some hooks. And I'm going to test them out, and you are going to be the guinea pigs. So I just told one of my daughter-in-laws that I was doing a live, and I said, you should come on and watch. And she said, I just messaged Dustin. Oh, there's Melody Brower. Melody is my daughter-in-law, the one I was just talking about, the one I said she wasn't too enthused when I suggested that she come. But I want her to see how awesome we have, how awesome this community is, because I don't think anyone knows. Except us. I think one of the problems with this channel is that it's not like any other channel that I've seen. And the other thing is, I forgot what I was going to say. How often do I do that? How often do I do that? It's one of the things that keeps me from getting subscribers by being so different. But it's also one of the best things for this channel. This channel is awesome. It's so awesome. I love seeing all those smileys and the hearts going up the side. You guys are so cool. Melody is here. I'm glad you're all welcoming Melody. Maybe she'll come and join us. She watches sometimes when everyone goes to sleep. Melody has a lot on her plate. She has my son, who he's a challenge in himself, but he's not feeling well. He's had health issues. She also takes care of her father, who has dementia and is on hospice. And she has 3 children. And she has me for her lovely mother-in-law. Marcia says, I thought being different helped getting views. Well, I think it just might. I think it does and it doesn't. Some people like us to be real, and some people like us to be prim and proper and go by the book. Oh, hi, Dawn. Pam, you watched the video on sleep earlier. Did it put you to sleep? That's what I mean by different. You know, I have an outline, but I just blabber on and on and on. And some people say that's what they like about it. Some people say, whoa. Well, I messaged Dustin and Kat, my son and daughter-in-law, but they are working. They work full-time. And I don't think they've gotten the message yet. And they probably can't get in. Carol says, I remember when I had more subs than you. Well, Carol, that was a total freak of nature. You notice it hasn't happened since. But that's okay. That's what we're not here for that. What I'm here for is for you guys, because like I said, I want you to be my friends. I want to be your friend. Melody says, just be you. Well, even she would have to admit there is no one else like me. That's why she loves me so much, because I'm unique, special. Tora says, I can't get any more real. You can't get any more real than Cynthia. That's true, because what you see is what you get. This is what I'm like. Although like, I wonder. Oh, there's Dustin. He's here. Oh, my goodness. Melody, I love you. Dustin, I love you. God broke the mold with me. Oh, my goodness. He didn't respond to my message that I sent him, but he came on. I'm so excited. I'm really excited because, well, you know how excited I get. You know how important my kids are to me. Hi, honey. Dustin says, hi, Mom. Oh, my goodness. I love that. I wish Faithy was here because she always says, tell Dustin I said hi, and she's not here. Laura, you were lonely today, too? Susan, it doesn't matter if you're 10 minutes late. You can be a half hour late. And even if you don't show up, you can watch it tomorrow because that's what a lot of people did. Dustin tries to ignore me as much as he can, but I make it difficult. You're in for it, Dustin. I'm going to be slapping your hand next time I see you. See, Dustin, I told you that they missed you, and now they know Melody, and now I'm going to have to tease Melody into coming on these lives anyway, so she can enjoy. Pam says she would be thrilled to bits if one of my kids joined me on my live, even though I've never done one. Well, maybe you should ask your kids, Pam, if they would help you, and maybe they would. That's how I snookered Dustin into doing this. Every so often. I hope he doesn't feel like it's too often, but hey, Dustin, I need help. And he's right there. Well, that is if he answers his messages. I think he's trying to avoid me. Terry, so you live with your 85-year-old mom. You don't get a chance to miss her. Well, you might. Oh, there's Benjamin. That's my other son. That's my oldest son, the one I told you that was not feeling well today. Notice how he says, hi, Mommy. He's the one who sleeps with his pound puppy still. See, then there's no secrets on this channel. Laura, we got to try and find Faithy. She will be disappointed, but she'll come on later. Carol, yeah, Dustin is a great son. Benjamin is a great son. Melody's a great daughter-in-law. Erica's a great daughter. I have great kids. What can I say? You know, one of the things about those kids, they gave me these really nice, I didn't tell you what they gave me, but they gave me gift certificates, which I like, I prefer. Joshua, I'm going to answer you in a minute. I got to tell about my gift cards. So, you know how I'm doing all my decluttering and stuff? Well, I'm doing the decluttering very slowly. I'm still on the bathroom. But when I got those gift cards, I felt like I had found money. So what I did was I started to actually redesign my bathroom. So when I show you the big reveal, you're going to be surprised. But it was because of my kids. And yes, I did declutter as well because I'm going to show you all the bags of trash that I got out of there. Okay, now Joshua, where are you? Joshua, everybody needs to go and see Joshua's channel. He has comics. And we like Joshua and we want him to be successful. Benjamin says the pound puppy is put away sleeping with the stuffed fox. Have I made any muffins yet? No, but on Friday I'm going to post the video with the apple thing that I made. It actually came out good. There was not too much salt in it. Oh, Henry. Henry is my grandson. He's Melody and Benjamin's son, and I'm going to say 7, and I hope I'm not wrong. And he came over for my birthday, and we did a video with him and my tortoise, Skittles. But Henry is showing it, and YouTube has a thing about showing young kids, so I have to figure out, I think I can actually put like a sticker over his face so you can't see him, and then I can do the video. I don't know. I'll have to consult with Dustin or Ben. Connie, you remember Pound Puppies? Remember? They were kind of like Cabbage Patch dolls. You had to fight in the store to get them. Do you remember Cabbage Patch dolls? Terry Sue, your lipstick is almost on the way. If I can ever figure out how to do the Amazon affiliate, I have the affiliate number, but I don't know how to do it on YouTube. He's smiling big. I hope, Melody, make sure that you tell him that he's being recognized on YouTube on Nana's channel. Joshua, I know that you're blind and autistic. That's why we want everybody to go over to your channel. Well, Carol, I wish they would actually come with me and actually do a video with me, you know, like a live and interact and stuff. I think you can do that. I think you can have a few people on, but I don't know how you do that either. Maybe sometime Dustin can spare me some time and figure it out. But it's just, it makes me happy. It makes me happy because I love my kids. I don't know. I sometimes I don't think they really realize it, but my heart would stop beating if anything happened to any of them. The Cabbage Patch dolls. You had to kill people to get those Cabbage Patch dolls. Well, Terry Sue, they still could have had a Pound Puppy. Carol, your kids don't watch? Well, maybe I can get Dustin and Benjamin and Melody to watch. No, take note of her channel, please. Okay, we'll try not to bother you. Dustin is very important, you know. He works at home. And I'm exaggerating. He's not that important. He's important to me. Benjamin is important to me. You watch every day and you've never commented? Well, you're commenting now. How do you like my... I know, Benjamin, that the doctor's was a waste of time. I'm trying to make my background a little more pleasant for you, but it'll probably last just a few days. Vicky is in Texas. Hi, Vicky. Vicky promotes Cherries in the Snow, and she suggested something in her comments from yesterday, so I told her that we would talk via email and see what we could do. Betsy Wetsy Dolls, anyone else? You know, some people, I hear what you're saying, Carol, about she watches. And she doesn't comment. A lot of people watch on their TV and they can't figure out how to comment because they have to open up their phone. I think that that's not nice. I think you should be able to You can see the comments, but you can't comment, and you should. You should be able to. That's my opinion. Like all the comments that we're doing right now, when we stop the live, they're going to go away. And Benjamin wants to know if anyone's a Bruins fan. I don't think he knows what kind of a channel he's on. But my mother used to be a football fan, and it's football season. So who knows? You had a Tiny Tears doll, Laura? Hi. Chatty Cathy and a Thumbelina. You should go back and look at my previous videos because we did a whole thing on dolls and toys and old toys. Okay, Laurie, you'll do better now. See, Carol knows how to do it. She watches on her TV and she comments on her phone. What is so hard about that? I don't know. But some people find it really hard. I'm trying to let Gay know that I'm here on live, but I don't want to take myself away. How do you do that? We're going to have to ask Dustin because I have no clue. They all went away the last time. A baby, Carol had a baby Ginger. I never heard of a baby Ginger. Joshua wants to know if you've heard of Amazon Fire Sticks before. I had heard, Joshua, of Amazon Fire Sticks. I have a Roku one. I think it's similar. I don't know, but I have a smart TV, and it's a lot smarter than me. I can't figure it out sometimes. Well, Terry, thanks for saying that to me. She says I can have the comments scroll on my screen so that they remain, but I don't know how to do that. Joshua, Susan has an Amazon Fire Stick. Benjamin wants to know if Ginger was a red-headed baby. Nancy, oh my goodness! How did you find me? Okay, I let Gay know that I'm on live. Terry, I use Roku too. Carol says that Cornflakes used to give baby Ginger with a bunch of box tops. Do you remember when you used to save the box tops or the symbols, and if you got so many, you would mail them in and you would get a prize? How come they don't do that anymore? Joshua, I will look into that Fire Stick. Nancy Barta. Oh, Nancy does have, where did she say? She has over 500 vintage Barbies. Oh my goodness. Oh, there's Faith. She's here. Faith, you'll have to, Dustin is on, but he's at a meeting, so he's just kind of watching with one eye. My son Benjamin, who's my oldest son, is here. He's wondering if anyone likes the Bruins. And my daughter-in-law Melody is here. So, I just thought I'd let you know, because you ask about Dustin every so often. Do you remember you got the presents in Cracker Jacks? Do you still get those? I don't know. But Cracker Jacks ain't what they used to be. Do you guys remember the The little figurines that you got in tea, I think it was Tetley tea in the tea boxes, they were little animals. They were kind of different. They didn't really look like animals. Hi, Belinda. Joshua. Blind people can use a smartphone? How do you do that? Tell us. We want to know because we want to get to know you better. You could get Barbies with coupons? Do you really get more live hours you get more watch hours for lives, Carol? It's really interesting. Some people I've noticed are doing lives and lives and lives and lives. And I think I would get more people if I'm more selective about it. What do you think? Tell me. Yes, Benjamin is my son, Faith. He's my oldest son. His wife is on here. Her name is Melody, so it's Benjamin and Melody, Dustin and Kat, and Erica and Jim. Jim has never been on, and Erica has never been on alive. And this is Benjamin's and Melody's first time. So I'm thrilled. Nancy, you don't have a smartphone. Ben says he's the good son. Oh, I'm not going to go there. Oh, Henry wants me to talk about him. Faith, Henry is my 7-year-old grandson, and he must be watching because he's hoping that we'll talk about him. And so I'm going to talk about him. I told you about the video that Henry and I made about, well, he made it. His mom filmed it with having Skittles walk on a skateboard. Yeah, it's a skateboard, yeah. I'm looking, Nancy, Connie said to Joshua, I would have thought it would have been voice activated. Maybe it is. He hasn't responded. Maybe it'll take him a while. Oh, somebody said hi, Henry. Henry is such a cute old name. I love the name Henry. And yes, people should name kids nowadays like old-fashioned names like Mary and Kathy. And I have to tell you the story about Melody. Not Melody, my daughter-in-law. Well, it's sort of like Melody. What was I saying? I just saw a snarky comment by Benjamin, so that threw me off track. Oh, when I was in nursing school, I had a patient named Melody, and she was crotchety, and nobody liked her. She was 7 or 8 years old, and I just loved her. I like people that kind of make you work for their relationship, and she loved me, and I loved her, and I just loved her. She went on a sledding trip. She was an orphan. She lived in an orphanage, I guess. That's what they were then. She was in a sledding accident and she ruptured her spleen. And she was brain dead. And I was devastated. I actually baptized her, I guess, when they pulled the plug. I don't remember anything about it except baptizing her and how special that was. Well, how come it's so delayed? Maybe Dustin or Benjamin can tell me why it's so delayed. It could be that it's just a setting or something. Maya, oh, Maya, hi, honey. Terry Sue's watching and joining us while she's doing laundry. Pam, your husband gets along with people that are grumpy. I take it as a challenge because it's fun and you can usually win them over. Hey, I'm here. You love my flowers? Folding laundry is the funnest. Who said that? Dawn said that. The channels are out of sync? Huh. I don't know. Considering YouTube is supposed to be, one of the top-notch internet and, well, you know what I mean. They're supposed to be smart. They do lousy with the comments because lots of times I comment to people directly under their comment, and then it goes down to the bottom of the comments, and then they don't know that I was commenting. So if they don't know that I'm commenting, then they feel bad. And I don't want anyone to feel bad. We feel bad enough, don't we? That's why I decided to do a live today, because I was lonesome. And I couldn't think of anything. I need to film a video for tomorrow. So while we're here, will you tell me what you want to talk about tomorrow? Because I have to do that. That's part of my to-do list. Well, Dustin, we're going to have to ask if Dustin can figure out how to set the comment speeds. It's probably too late for today, but maybe in the future, if I do another one, I can figure out how to do that. Because now this is the second one I've done without family assistance. So your son's birthday, Faithy, was yesterday, and he's Jonathan Christian, and he turned 55. Wow. Happy birthday to him. Oh, Dustin says he's going to take a look and see if he can speed it up. So I feel like I'm like way behind, and you might get bored. Don't get bored. You have to stay on here for a little bit longer. Lori says I'm doing great. I have come a long way, haven't I? If any of you folks watched those first videos, if Christy was here, she would know how far I've come. I even look different. Ask Dustin. Dustin, do you think that I look different than I did like 10 months ago? Whose birthday? Jennifer. Jonathan, did you have a birthday and that's where you got your iPad? Who's Jennifer? Where's Jennifer? I'm missing that. He must have sped things up. Belated birthday to you, Joshua. On a serious note, I just wanted to mention that Debbie from Kentucky Life with Debbie, she's having some challenges, so, send up a few prayers for her. That would be nice. Dawn says I'm like Benjamin Button. Notice none of the kids comment on whether I look younger now. Well, I'm convinced that I do, and I'm convinced that I do because of you guys. You make me happy. Joshua got his iPad from Best Buy. Pam, your husband is going to turn 50 tomorrow. You're young. I'm glad you come to this channel. And Jennifer's birthday is today. Oh my goodness. That's who it is, Faithy's daughter. Carol says, remember the first she remembers the first video and she subbed after watching it. I appreciate that, Carol, because I know that you have been here right from the beginning, and I really appreciate it. Vicky, you do. You're sending me joy. You know how happy I am? Sometimes I get tired. You know, when I did that live in the middle of the night, it took me 5 days to recover from that. That's why I did the video on sleep. Because what happens is I want to sleep. I don't get up that early, you know. And I like to sleep in. I always have. I've always been, you know, I would like to sleep in. My father used to sing to us, "You're in the Army now," on a Saturday morning when we wanted to sleep. Joshua, $400? How lucky are you? That's a lot. Thank you, Maya. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You don't have to do that, honey. I'm going to look for that. Go, Nana. Go, go, go. He could be a cheerleader. Well, he is a cheerleader. Christy says, do what you can when you can. Well, you know, I like that philosophy, and it's true. That's what I should do. But I can't explain it. I really, really like hanging out with you guys. And look it's brought me Dustin and Benjamin and Melody and Henry. If it wasn't for you, you think they'd be talking to me right now? I don't think so. So I have mixed feelings. I could cut down. I've thought about it. I'm going to ask one of my children to analyze which are the lowest view days, because I think the weekends we don't get as many views on this channel. And I was thinking maybe I'd take 1 or 2 days off, and maybe it would be the weekend, just like when you have a regular job. But then, like today, I feel like I wanted to do something in the afternoon. So, like I said, I'm kind of strange. I'm different. I'm unique. And what can I say? I don't know. What can I say? I don't know whether I should slow down or... I think that it tires me out, because I think even happy emotions can tire you. I'm going to do a thing on exhaustion. Since I did one on sleep, we're going to talk about exhaustion. I asked you folks to let me know what you want to talk about tomorrow and the next day and the next day. Do you still like the board meetings on Saturday? They're actually one of my favorite videos. I'm going to run and turn the air conditioner on because I'm hot. You guys are heating me up. Okay, I'm back. Did you miss me? Melody says I need a Sabbath day of rest. Well, I do, but I don't. But what I've been doing the last few days is I've been pacing myself a little bit better. I've been sleeping until I want to get up, and I'm not mentally punishing myself. And I am doing, like I told you, the Bible readings and Mass every day. And I'm doing one major chore. So today I got out the mildew remover, that you spray on your deck and stuff, and I washed the deck. I scrubbed it. And it's so humid out today, it's not drying, so I can't help it. Favorite movies or actors? Take Sundays off. I might take Sundays off. Like Melanie says, it's the Sabbath and you should rest. Laura says, how about favorite movies and actors? We were doing that for a while. Remember we didn't do movies, but we do an occasional actor and we do an occasional record. And then I kind of got away from it. So, Anne likes art. Vicky asked me if I would do an art show with her on her channel. I wouldn't know how to teach anybody how to do art because I'm not really an artist. I watch people on YouTube trying to figure out how to do it. So Maya, I'm missing what Maya wanted to talk about, and I think it had to do with finances. I can't find Maya's thing. But you know what? I am going to do something on finances because another miracle happened to me besides YouTube. In January, I had this kind of revelation because I had to buy a dishwasher. And I paid $1,000 for the dishwasher. I could have gotten a $400 one probably, but I didn't. And it just kind of slapped me in the face and said, whoa, $1,000 here, $1,000 there, pretty soon you won't have any money left. And so I really took a look at my finances, and I have some videos that I did that I can polish up, but they made a whole difference in my life. I can't even begin to tell you how much more money I have, how much money I've saved. And then when I get these gifts, like from my kids, the gift cards, then I can spend them like I used to spend them, and it feels good. Robert Redford passed away. Yes. Penny thinks it would be just so much fun to watch me watercolor. That's like watching paint dry, don't you think? And I don't mean watercolor paint. That's kind of how I feel about golf. Are there any golfers here? That's like watching paint dry, too. Anyway, Vicky loves the Saturday board meeting. We all need breaks, so follow your gut. Christy says, I remember you talking about the dishwasher early on. Get used to it because I keep talking about the same things over and over again. Could that be why people don't watch? Oh. Penny says she loves to watch people create art. Nancy swims. Do you have a pool? What's the climate? Nancy, I was wanting to ask you about the mums. Now, here it's Maine, and I have several mums, and I have not been successful in carrying them over to the next year, but do you plant them outside, or do you keep them in the pots that they came in? What do you do to make them stay? You could, Dawn says, I could talk about what's on my mind while I paint. I'm not so sure you'd want to know what's on my mind. I had something today that I was really agitated about, but I'm not going to share that with you because I want this to be fun. And so far it's fun. We probably should start thinking about stopping. Let me know what you think. Nancy says, I made fun of her 21-year-old dishwasher. Well, who do you know that has a 21-year-old dishwasher, I'd like to know? Paula says she's a repeater. Well, you know, you're old. You should be repeating. That's one of the stereotypes about being older. They think that all we do is repeat ourselves. Oh, so Nancy says she grows them in the pots. But what is your climate there? Is it warmer than, you don't have snow on the ground, or do you? Joshua wants to know who he could talk to in the chat. Well, you can talk to anyone, Joshua, who is on the chat. I'm not sure how, Joshua, you can see. You said you could see on... I don't know. Oh my goodness, Benjamin says he has a 47-year-old dishwasher. You know what he's talking about. Melody. Maya paid $1,100 for a dishwasher, and a year later it fell apart. Well, I did buy that dishwasher, and I have no regrets about it because it washes a lot better than my Bosch dishwasher did, and it made me stop and think about how I was spending my money. So, Terry Sue, you live in California. This is awesome. I'm very excited about all the people that are here. Have I told you how much I think you're the greatest channel you're the greatest community on YouTube? It's got to be true. Connie says exchanging gardening tips would be fun too, even if it's going to be cold soon. Actually, I told you, with my decluttering thing, don't forget about decluttering because I'm going to ask you. You're going to be accountable and tell me what you decluttered. I'm only kidding. I'm still working on the bathroom, but you're going to be so impressed. And I'm cleaning my front porch, so I'm going to show you that because I told you, remember, I had the raccoons got into the trash and then there was egg juice all over. How do you like that term? I think I just made that up. Hi Sierra Donna wants to know what brand of dishwasher I bought. It was a KitchenAid dishwasher. And it wasn't the top of the line, but it wasn't the low end. And it has to, you got to be careful with KitchenAid because I like the top rack. So they almost tried to sell me one that didn't have the top rack. That's why I had to spend a little bit more. So Nancy doesn't know how to keep her microwave going. Oh! Her Remington hot curlers that were 25 years old just died and she had to have a funeral. Oh my goodness, that's funny. Isn't this great? See, now I could have, if I didn't do this live, I'd be sitting here and saying, what should I talk about? What if they don't like it? What if I can't make them laugh? And now we're having fun. Penny knows that this is a show. This is a TV show. Henry, if you're still watching, Nana is on a TV show, and it's a very important TV show. Taco Tuesday, you're going to have tacos? Don't forget on Friday, that apple dessert is coming on, and it is really good. Lenny has a 22-year-old dishwasher brand new in the box. How could that be? Brand new in the box? Faithy wants to know what made me decide to have a live today. Well, the title says I'm lonely and I miss you. And that's kind of what happened, because I sat down, I was going to do a video for tomorrow, and I have several ideas and things that I'm working on that I actually think that you'll like and will get people maybe more engaged. But I said, why don't I just do a live? Because it seems to me that a lot of people are doing lives like every other minute I turn around. I don't even know, some of the people that I watch and are friends of this channel, they're doing them all the time, like every day. And they only do them like for, not lengths of time. That's my problem. I got to work on cutting down the time. Well, you don't have to watch. The average view duration for this live is 11 minutes. So, but I think that lives are fun. Joshua's gonna say hi to Nancy. Lenny says that the reason that she has a 22-year-old dishwasher is they were remodeling their kitchen and they never got it finished. You could probably sell it as a vintage thing. Mary says, I am the greatest. Come on. I am not the greatest. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. It makes me feel good. That's one of the reasons that I want to do this. You guys make me feel good. You're my good friends. So, Lorelei wants to know if I'm going to do a live every week. And I think, bye Pam, Pam's leaving. I have been thinking that yes, I would, because I like the afternoon. I liked it when I was doing 2 videos a day. I just can't keep up with it because, first of all, can you imagine trying to do 2 videos a day for, it's going to be almost a year pretty soon. So it's a lot of mental, not that the videos are intellectually driven, but it's mental strain. I think, Terry Sue, you're right, that my voice has gotten much stronger. You know why? It's because I made an appointment with the eye, ear, nose, and throat person to find out why I was hoarse all the time. Remember I told you? I have a pain in my hip, I'm dying. I call the doctor and all of a sudden I don't have the pain in my hip. How weird is that? So I have been hoarse now for years, and now all of a sudden. Mary, people come on to listen to me snort. I don't think I've snorted today. I hope I've made you laugh a little bit, because I want you to laugh. Dustin says lives are such a good way to build my community. I don't know if Dustin realizes what a wonderful community we have. Well, maybe he does. I don't see any signs of Melody or Benjamin. They must be gone. Faithy says she doesn't remember how she found me. They probably dumped me on your feed, but I'm glad that they did. Bye, Connie. Lorelei, anyone near Rhode Island? There's got to be a few people. I think that I'm going to be done in a few minutes because we've been on almost an hour. And I think I don't want you to get sick of me. So, Christy, yes, we should. This is one thing that I wanted to ask you. Do any of you know how to do like those video calls that I can't think of it, where if you're working, you have to go to business meetings via such and such a thing, and you're all there on the screen and you're talking to each other. I'd like to do something like that, but we'll have to figure out how to do that if you even understand what I'm talking about. So, Zoom, yes, Zoom. I have it on my phone. So, does everybody that's on here, do you have Zoom on your computer or your iPad? Let's work on that and maybe we can plan an anniversary or something. We can plan a party. I've thought about doing like a live with like 4 people. I want everybody to be able to be here. So, Lorelei, she doesn't want to have to get dressed. You don't have to get dressed because we're all friends. We did a live last week and we were in our pajamas. And I even walked across the room forgetting that I was in my pajamas. That wasn't a good sight. Quinny's getting ready to signal that she needs to go out. But yeah, on Zoom we can see each other. So start working on this because we're old and we have technical challenges. So if we give ourselves some time, we could do things like celebrate birthdays maybe. But no, because somebody would feel left out because I am so bad at that. It's not a good thing. But we could do an anniversary of the show. We could do a lot of things. Maybe people are interested in doing a Bible study, but not everybody is. And the purpose of this is not really focusing solely on the Bible, but maybe a small group could get together like that. I don't know. What do you think? Joshua wants to know how my day so far was. My day has been fine. Penny says some clothing is a good idea. But you don't have, all you see is your face. All these people that work at home are probably naked under the desk or wearing shorts and slippers or stretch pants or something, whatever. A cooking show. Have you watched my cooking videos, Lorelei? But we could do things together. I don't know. I'm just brainstorming with you because it's pretty interesting. Paula lives in a house dress. I haven't heard that expression in a long time. We used to call older women used to wear house dresses. I have a friend who wears denim jumpers, and she has different ones. It's not the same one. I'd like to do that. Joshua, you can hear us. You can hear me through the internet. Isn't it amazing? Oh, Faithy, you're complicated. You can put it backdrop off where you don't have to put the video on at all, just the audio. No, I want to see everybody. Don't we want to see each other and see what we look like? Because I bet we're very different than what we imagine. So it's almost an hour. I'm back. See, I can't stop talking. There are other things. I could set up a special channel. I don't want anyone to have to pay to watch my channel. I'm sorry. Yeah, I would like to make money, but that doesn't sit well with me for some reason. Maya says yes. She's from Bosnia. Oh my goodness, Maya. I didn't know that. And they all wore house dresses. That's like my grandmother. I told you she used to wear a dress and she had an apron over it. Faithy, I've got you pegged and you were totally different than I pictured. So that's why I think it would be nice. You like Acre Homestead? I subscribe to her, but she works too hard for me. Lorelei, I'm not sure. When did you send it to me? Was it a long time ago or was it just recently? Because I have offended a few people by not showing the pictures of their pets. But I also have some other things. And remember Jonah, the one who sent me the pictures to show at the end of when we were doing the scoop. I have those that I'm going to start. Oh, Logan's on. Logan, remember Logan? Hi, Nana, I like your flowers. Logan is my grandson. Remember, I used to talk about him. I'm so excited that he's here. Logan, you get to meet all my friends. They're so awesome. You got here just in time because I was thinking about closing this off, but I'm not closing off now that you're here. Don't hang up on me for a few more minutes. Penny, Penny, Penny. Logan is my grandson. He's the second oldest grandson. He's into the Bruins, and so isn't his father. Marcia, you left your phone running while you went to lunch. You're funny. Now if I could get the rest of them to come. Daniel is working. He's the oldest grandson. Then there's Logan. Then there's Henry. And then there's Raceland, Caraman, and Haven. And there's Miles in the order that they were born. Joshua wants to know if I have cable internet or just a new one. I have DSL internet. It's called Fidium is the provider. And so I pay for my internet service, but I also have Dish for my television. That's a satellite service. And I never watch television except for YouTube. But, you know, they always snooker you into signing up again. You like the sunflowers? Barney, how did you not see these? I have been putting them in everyone's face every day for the last couple of days. Sandy, thank goodness you're here. I'm so glad you're here. Can you see the fruit flies flying around? Marcia wants to know what the purple crowns mean. Can somebody tell her what the purple crowns mean? I think they mean that you talked more. You made more comments, but I'm not sure about that. Marnie wants to know what state I live in. I live in Maine. Lorelei, you need to force yourself up. Sometimes it's really hard. See, Sandy, Faithy sees you. Mary, you're only number 2 queen. You're not commenting enough. Marcia, it's how many times you responded. You think I should hang up now, folks? You tell me. Faithy says, we bow down to you, Mary, Queen of YouTube. I thought I was the Queen of YouTube. Well, I don't have a crown. Oh, chipmunks are awful cute, but they can be destructive. What have we been chatting about, Sandy wants to know? We've been chatting about you, Sandy. Man, am I commenting too much? No, the object is you have to comment more and more and more. Nancy's in the game until 2. Well, what time is it now there? I think we've said it all for the day. Oh, thank you, Faithy. Barney wants to know where I got the flowers. I got them at the local supermarket, and they were only $7.99. And I am thrilled with them. Oh, Maya, thank you for that, honey. So, Nancy, you got a whole other hour. I don't think we're going to last that long. I'm glad you guys remembered Zoom. Zoom, Zoom, Zoom. Laura, you feed the squirrels. I like watching the squirrels, but they eat my bird seed, so I don't like that. I wish Kirilovon was on this chat. Hopefully she'll find it later. What's the Big Brother live feeds, Nancy? Who has all the grandkids that somebody says, wow, that's a lot of Oh, it must be me. Anyway. So, Carol from Broke But Bountifully Blessed is explaining what the crowns actually mean, Marcia. So if you could read her comment. Faithy is 100% Italian. That's why she has to shave her chin. Is it rude of you to ask how old you are? How have you missed that, man? I'm 77 years old. And that was just last week, last Tuesday or something. Or maybe it was September 8th. Okay, kids, I think that I have bored you enough. I am going to sign off at exactly 4:15 Eastern Standard Time. I don't want you to cry, but the next time that I feel lonely, this is where I'm coming. Remember that this is the best community on YouTube. You guys are the best people. So I have, yes, Lorelei, yes, I did get your birthday card. It was good chatting with you all. You're dropping off. I can see you dropping off like flies. I'm going to close now. Well, it's not quite 4:15. Bye, everyone. As Kansas Misfit says, ta-ta for now. Ta-ta. Bye. Carol, thank you for saying that. That really makes me feel good because you are a pretty good YouTuber yourself. Maya wants to know how you send me cards. Well, in the channel information, I think, is a post office box that tells you where to send it. And cards are nice. Don't send me anything else. Bye, everybody.